Hi, everyone. Pastor Dressler here. You may have heard the government announcement yesterday, and we thought that this is a good opportunity for us to talk about some of these changes that are coming to education based on response to the COVID pandemic. So, time that we talk, and that's what today has been all about. I know for me, I've been spending all my day in meetings with Alberta Ed, with staff, with church staff, met with all the junior high classes this morning and talked to them. And right now I'm talking to you, and once I'm done this, at the end of the day, I'll be meeting with the junior high teachers to talk with them as well. So it's a day full of talk, but that's important. We need to make sure we're communicating when things like this are going on. So with that in mind, maybe it's important to do a bit of myth busting and talk about some of the misconceptions or the rumors or some of the things that even the media are covering that aren't really accurate, and just clarify those. And the first inaccuracy is that schools will be closing, and that's not true, not at all. We're busting that myth. That's fake news, right? So schools are not closing. There will be some students moving to remote learning. That's true, but schools will remain open just throughout the rest of this time before Christmas and then after Christmas as well. And we'll go into some of those details as we move along. But schools are not closing. The second myth that's being circulated and some of the media is reporting on is that the Christmas break is being extended. No, that's not true. We'll bust that myth right now. Fake news, right? The Christmas break is the same as we scheduled it, but I'll show you why in a minute. Why some people are thinking that it's being extended. Okay, well, let's talk about what's going on now. If you have students in kindergarten to grade 6, there is no change right now. Okay, they are having classes as usual, and that will remain up to the Christmas break. So kindergarten to grade 6, classes as usual at this time. If you have students in grades 7 to 9 at our school, or students in high school somewhere else, then those students will begin remote learning starting Monday. So right across the province, kids in grades 7 to 12 will go into remote learning. So of course at our school, that's our junior high. We'll begin remote learning starting on Monday. Now, we'll have more details on what that actually looks like tomorrow and the next day. So, as I mentioned earlier, I'll be meeting with the teachers once they're done teaching for the day. I'll sit down with them and we'll talk. And I mean, we had an idea this might be coming, and right from the beginning of September, we always knew we had to be ready for this. And so mentally we're prepared for this, and we've got some general plans laid out, but now that it's here, we need to firm some of those up. So we'll be meeting and we'll be figuring that out, and then we'll let you know exactly what that'll look like. But for now, I guess you need to know that those students in junior high will be home for the remainder of 2020, and we'll talk about what's next after. Okay, now when we went to remote learning in the spring, some students went dark on us, meaning they kind of disappeared. We didn't see them, and even though we were communicating to them, they weren't getting back to us. They weren't joining in on the Google Meet sessions. They weren't handing homework in. And we really need to make sure that doesn't happen this time around. And we've talked to the students about this today, but we want to make the parents aware of this too, that the learning is continuing, and our expectation is that students will continue to learn, albeit in a bit of a different avenue, but still learning. So parents, we need you to also help out with this, and make sure that your children are getting online when they're supposed to be, and getting their work done. Now, how do we help you with that? Well, with the tools we put in place. For a number of years now, we've been using Sycamore, and a lot of our parents are very used to using this software to receive information from the school. Information like what's due for homework, what events might be coming up, although events is not a big one right now. What are my child's grades? And then, of course, the school calendar are on there. So if you're connected with Sycamore, you have access to all of this information, both for the school, but also specifically for your child in terms of homework and grades. The parents that aren't using Sycamore, it's like, being in the dark, and we don't want that. We want you to have this information. So if you haven't been using Sycamore, we need you to get on board with that. And it's a matter of logging in. At the beginning of the year, you were given login information. The school ID is 3005, but your username is unique too, and of course your password is. If you can't find that email from the beginning of the year, contact our office, talk to Connie, and she'll set you up to make sure that your account is active and ready to go. But I can't stress this enough, how important it is that parents have the information, especially now that students are a little more removed from school. We found in the spring that parents were getting information from students, but it wasn't always accurate. And whether that was intentional or accidental, we don't know. But some parents told us, oh, my child told me that, there are no more assignments from March onward. And of course, that wasn't true. So we want to make sure you have accurate information, and Sycamore is the tool for that. Okay. After Christmas. So we talked about things going up to Christmas. What about after Christmas? Well, we have our regular Christmas break, and then starting January 4th, for that first full week in January, the whole school goes into remote learning. And again, this isn't just us, this is across the province. So for our junior highs, this won't be a big deal. They'll already have been doing remote learning along the way. For our elementary, this will be new. For this week, they'll go into remote learning. Now, I have to be honest, when I first saw this, I scratched my head. Why have the elementary do 1 week of remote learning? That didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. And what we were told by Alberta Ed was the timing is the key here. So they're anticipating that, during New Year's celebrations, there will be more spread of COVID, as there often is at holidays. And if people are gathering together at January 1st, as we turn a new year, then somewhere around January 7th or so is probably when people will start to see symptoms, if they are symptomatic from COVID. So the idea is keep kids away from school during this time, and as those symptoms arise, then by the time we do come back for school on the 11th, then hopefully those people that are already symptomatic will stay home. They'll know that they have COVID and they'll stay home. That was the thinking there. So everyone in the school is in remote learning from the 4th to the 8th, and then on the 11th, everyone returns back to school for in-person classes. That's the hope. That's the plan. And of course, that depends on the numbers. And if we're able to bend this curve and get those numbers down, then that's what'll happen. If we are unable to bend that curve, then there is a chance that the remote learning will continue to some degree. And of course, Alberta Ed will let us know what that is in conjunction with Alberta Health. So we'll be sending this information home in an email as well, so you have all these dates laid out for you. But I thought this would be a good way to explain some of the rationale behind it. Let me talk a little bit about our teachers and our staff here at the school. We just, I can't say enough about this staff. They are just incredible. And today, when I came to school, this little gift was here for me. Have no fear, the pastor is here. That's a great little cup. I wish it were true that it was all dependent on me, but that would not be accurate, not at all. I'm so blessed to be part of this team, of this staff, and it's amazing how they rise to the occasion. And we have thrown so much at them in this year and the year before, and just how well they reacted to it, and all that they did, and the new learning that went on as teachers. So many of the teachers last year said, I feel like a first year teacher again. This is all new. And yeah, it was. And they rose to the occasion, and they're just an incredible group to work with. So feel free to let them know that how thankful we are for them, because like everyone, they're stressed out with the situation, and they need that encouragement as well. And we know that as children of God, He's always watching over us and caring for us, uplifting us, and we continue to surround ourselves with God's word, and are encouraged in our faith as we move forward. And we're only able to do that and move forward as a staff and as students because of the grace that God shows us toward one another. One more plug just before we go here, and that's for our virtual Christmas caroling. If you like singing, check this out. I sent an email home a little while back with the instructions for participating in this, and we hope that students and parents, you can do this too if you want, staff members, community members will participate in this singing of this Christmas medley, and we'll put these videos together to make one larger choir, virtual choir, singing some Christmas carols and spreading some Christmas joy online, seeing as how we can't do it in person this year. We hope you can join us for this, or you can get your child to participate in this, because we'd love to have more people involved. All right, guys. As I said, more information to come, but that's the skinny for right now. And let's keep talking. Let's keep lines of communication open. You know that if you have questions or concerns, you can contact us here at the school, and we'll do our best to answer them. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. God bless you.